What is happening, people? Y'all know what time it is, man. Joining me today, super special guest. I'm pumped to have this dude on, man. I got about 45 minutes with him, so I want to go ahead and get straight into it. But first, people, we got Mr. Vince Morales in this bitch today. What's going down, son? How we feeling?
What's up, bro? Feeling good, man. Just getting back to reality a little bit.
Bro, I was about to say, I couldn't imagine doing what y'all do, bro, and coming home from the places y'all have to come home from. How was it? Did you have to leave the next day from Mexico City?
So I flew the wife out, and we ended up staying for an extra day. And
Nice.
I had my cousin Ricky Simone stayed with us. One of my coaches stayed with us, and we went and explored. Went and had a dope Sunday dinner, and then got some
Oh,
tattoos in Mexico, and
let's
came home.
go.
Called it
What'd
good
you
for the
get?
next
Let me
day.
see it, dog. What we looking like?
Where's that? There, sin miedo. So it's no
Ooh,
fear in Spanish, or
no fear,
without
son.
fear. Depends how you look at it.
Hey, the only reason I knew that off the top, Vince, your boy has recently gotten into WWE because of Netflix, son. And I thought of Penta as soon as you did that. I wanted to throw it up. I don't know if you're watching it now, Vince, but there's a Lucha Libre now. I mean, named Penta, son, and he's out here, and that's the main thing he says. So badass tattoo,
Oh,
dog.
fucking dope! I didn't know that, dude. I'll have to give him a check out. I used to watch WWF back in the day, dude, and I haven't turned it
Bro,
on since I found MMA. So fucking
Vince, these kids don't know about that Attitude Era, son. What a time.
it's
What a
goaded.
time.
It's goaded. I got in trouble for the whole Degeneration X thing at a wrestling tournament in high
Bro,
school.
bro, if you didn't go to the principal's office or get in trouble for not doing DX, we were not friends, son.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Come on, dog. It showed me who you were as a person if you were
Yeah,
throwing up the
I
sucking
feel
sign,
you.
son.
They
At
almost
9
didn't let
years
me go
old.
to state. They said, "No, you can't go." I was like, "Well, I'm sorry." I said, "Sorry."
No way.
Yeah,
They threatened it like that.
yeah.
Bro, Vince, that kind of leads me to my next question, dog. What were you doing before you got into MMA, bro? So, like, obviously you did wrestling, but did you do any other like combat sports or regular sports growing up, bro?
Nothing, man. I wish I would have. I used to beg my dad to throw me in boxing because my dad used to watch it, and then I'd watch it, and I'm like, dude, you know what? I feel like I could fucking do this. But I used to cry a lot when I was a kid. My dad thought I was a sissy, so he axed it. He said no. And and then I wrestled in high school. I started out shitty. I tell everybody this, like I lost every one of my freshman matches, and then as a senior turned around, became a state champ. So like that's kind of the resilience that like I still carry to this day, is that sort of mindset. So I say it a lot because I try to remind myself like that's kind of where we come from. And then after high school, I tried to wrestle in college. Some things happened with family and had to drop out. And then like around 23, 24, something like that, I stumbled into an MMA gym. I had a fight a couple months later, and fucking off to the races, never looked back.
Bro, what MMA gym did you first start at?
That was Rick Reina's MMA in Ontario, Oregon. There was like 4 or 5 of us. There wasn't a whole
Really?
lot.
What year was this?
That would have been 2015 ish.
Oh, damn. Okay. So at the time, MMA is still taking
2014,
off,
2014. Yeah.
but that's about like the Connor era. So everyone's
Yeah.
starting to really get into the UFC.
Yeah.
At that time, bro, have you watched the UFC a lot, or were you just kind of like, I got this wrestling background, I want to do something with it? Like, what made you want to go to the MMA gym?
Dude, so like I had always watched it. I've always had like a slight affinity for violence. Like I just
Yes,
enjoy it, dude. I don't know what it is. Something primal and truthful about it. Know what I mean? So
bro.
I've always enjoyed it. And then I went to a live fight in Boise, which is like an hour away from my hometown or so. And I was watching these guys, and I'm looking at them, and like I was like, I could beat this guy. And then I was like, well, I always go through this like internal battle, and I was like, what the? Well, go do it then. So I was like, all right. So not really forced myself. I was like, bro, okay, I got to do it. I don't know. It lit a spark or something, and then I found Rick Reina's MMA, and we trained like fucking once a week. I did most of my training kind of on my own with some YouTube videos and stuff, and then went and had a fight, and I was hooked.
Bro, what was the first day at the gym like for you? Do you remember?
Dude, what was the first day like? Dude, so we didn't even really have like a full-blown MMA gym. We had like maybe 10 by 10 square foot mat on the ground, and it was like karate mats, dude, and I had some cheap Everlast gloves because we all do when we start, and bro, I just remember like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Like I just remember being like a little bewildered, but like in my element at the same time, and I could kind of feel it and just loved it.
How old were you?
That would have been 24, 23, 24, right around. I think I was about to turn 24.
Vince, I started at 22, bro. This
I
makes
was like, yeah, you got 2 years on me. That's how it is.
bro, but I only got 4 fights in 6 years almost, it feels like. So I need to fucking step that up. But I need to stay more MMA. I keep going to like boxing and Muay Thai. I need to stay back more.
I
But
feel
when you were doing it, bro, and you're in that element, so you're 24. What were you doing from college to that moment? Were you doing anything?
Yeah, it was a few things, dude. Like I went and worked at like fast food. Went and did KFC. I ended up becoming like
Yeah.
a kind of acting manager there, and then I didn't get along with people telling me what to do very good. So I went
Bro.
and found like a sales job, and I was selling cars there for a bit, which is cool because I think that taught me like how to communicate with people better and really like dictate like your effort is your reward. Like you get in what you
Bro.
or you get out what you put in, right? So like I learned that in car sales too, and then that's when I started training, and then I was also still working for the first like fucking 8 years or so, something like that. Maybe my timeline's off. My first like 4 or 5 years, something like that. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was like another manager at a different store, another manager at like I worked at Sprint, I worked at Verizon, started selling phones, making pretty good money doing that stuff. But all in all, like I'd work, I'd go train, I'd go home and sleep. Work, train, sleep, just kind of rinse, repeat every day.
So as you're doing that, bro, what does your family think about you starting? Are you telling anybody you're training MMA? Like, what did they initially think when you start getting into it?
Man, that's weird. I don't know really what they thought. I feel like I remember them being like, okay, like that sort of. But yeah, I'm not real sure. Like they've always been supportive in their own way. Like you can do it, sort of stuff like that. But you know, people who don't necessarily do it, they don't speak that language the same way. So I don't know. I always appreciate the support, but I can always feel that little bit of like what are you doing sort of stuff. But
Yes.
I love it, dude. Still to this day, like a win, losing, like none of that. I mean, of course it matters because that's my payday and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I get to go do what I love on a regular basis, and I get to teach other people it, and that's huge, bro.
Bro, because like, bro, so I'm in that same spot right now of just you're still like, bro, it's time you're fighting for free at those days, bro. You're working at KFC, you're working at Sprint, you're making decent money doing that too. So people are probably telling you like to pursue that, work in the companies, that be a manager, you can make a nice living, and you're over here having literal street fights for free almost. You're just in a cage and it's sanctioned. But if there's no referee, you guys are literally we're trying to knock each other the fuck out. So like, as you're doing that, bro, I always respect the grind, Vince, because I do. This shit is such a grind, and there's no fat rewards at the beginning at all. But like you just said, bro, now look at what your life is now. Imagine if you stay at Sprint or you're the fucking assistant manager at AT&T for some district, and you're hating your life, bro, having to go to lame meetings. Now, bro, like you just said, you're training today. You're having to teach a class, leave from here, go teach another class, go do your own training. I mean, bro, you're on TV fighting. Like, like that's got to be insane for your family to realize that, bro.
Yeah, I think it is, and like I think more so than the family. I think it's a lot of the like I'm from a small town back home, and I think they think it's like superstar shit or something. And like to me, I mean it's cool. I've been like, kind of self-reflecting a lot since the last fight and just trying to figure out like where the pressure's coming, what and yada yada, and how to organize that properly because I got a lot of chaos going on. Know what I mean? But
bro, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So like I think they kind of put that on some sort of like a pedestal, and which makes me do the same thing. But at the end of the day, it's not to me. Like I'm just doing what I love, man. And it just so happens to be that it works out in a way that it gets on TV, and there's a bit of glory, and there's a bit of pain with it and everything. But yeah, I usually my advice to people on that kind of stuff is like just trust your process and feel what you feel and go that way. Like I think everybody tries to kind of fall in line of doing oh well I need this and I need this. Like I think what you need to do is trust yourself and go do something you love.
Bro, Vince, that's huge. Like the last part of that too is the massive part of it. Even dealing with the bullshit to get there, bro. So like kind of speaking of that, how long did you have of training to your first amateur fight?
Oh man, to my first amateur fight, I think I had a month.
Oh my god!
It's that, dude. I always stayed in shape. I always worked. I was in my small town. Like the wrestling team was close, so we still went and wrestled at the gym, even though
Oh,
we weren't in
nice.
school anymore. So like we
Nice.
kind of still had some sort of like competitive drive going and stuff, and I stayed in shape. And then I got a little bit of taste of it, and I was like, dude, I can kind of box. I'm gonna fucking jump in there and jumped in. I didn't even know if I could hit hard, dude. I was worried I was just gonna be a volume guy. I was worried like I was gonna get tired and everything, and I didn't get tired. I ended up dropping the dude, and before really training jiu-jitsu, I got an arm bar. I was like, bro, I can fucking do this. Like,
Yeah. At that point, you're like, I'm Damian Maya.
yeah,
I know this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How
100%.
many, how many amateur fights did you have, Vince?
I had 4 before I went pro.
Wow, bro, that's crazy. What was your amateur record? How did it go?
4-0. I
Oh,
beat.
come on, son.
Yeah, I think they were all stoppages too. I had a couple submissions. Oh no, I had 1 decision, 2 submissions, and a TKO. And I was like, fuck, dude, I got this. I was like, I'm ready to start getting paid. And little did I know, going pro means that I got paid 200 show, 200 win, but it cost me 560 to compete in the first place. So I came out negative anyways.
Vince, that part right there, what you just said, is so fucking huge that I don't think people understand. Like, you're paying for all your medicals, everything going into that, bro. All the physicals, everything you got going in is coming out of your pocket, dog. And you're still paying your gym membership and some of your coaches. So it's like, bro, you're paying to literally fight. And when I tell people that, they go, "Why are you doing it then?" And it's like what you just said in that first 5 minutes, bro. It's like a weird love for it. Like, it's crazy, like, because you're going in there to literally you're trying to go knock another human out while not getting knocked out. But it's the best time. And it sounds crazy to say that, but it's just awesome.
It is, dude. It's the realest, most like it's the most human thing out there, I think.
Bro, 1,000, and that's why everyone's addicted to it, I think, as well. Is why the sport's just taking off. Another thing too, bro. How did your first pro fight go?
My first pro fight, it was chaos, bro. So like I think I had the contract for maybe a month or so, and then like the night before, the promoter hit me up saying the guy's not going to make it out.
And God!
And I was like, what? I was like, really? But so I was fighting at 45 at the time, and I'm even bigger now than I was then. So I didn't have to cut weight, so I wasn't even worried about a weight cut. But
nice.
But like I was kind of making some noise as an amateur for the area, and they really wanted to get me on there, so they started throwing some like a couple names of some people, and then one of them, this dude that I had trained with, he was actually like I don't know what the proper terminology. He was a dwarf, he ended up fighting on Bellator and shit, and he was kind of a gangster too. But like first pro fight, I'm like, bro, I was like, I think that's the I think back to this. I'm like, because I forget, because I never say no to fights.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I'm not gonna fight this guy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bitch. I don't blame you.
Yeah, but and then they hit me up at like, I think it was like fucking 11 p.m. The promoter still hit me up, and he's like, okay, never mind. He goes, I got your original opponent. He's gonna make it out after all. Like, I don't know what they did. I don't know, but he was I think he was like a 4-1 purple belt, and I still hadn't been in the room for jiu-jitsu. So I was like, all right, okay, let's go. I was ready. I just remember seeing like 2 fights of his, and I thought my stand-up was better. I was like, I can knock this dude out. Turns out I didn't even get to throw a punch, dude. He shot on me right away, and I like sprawled out, wrapped up in anaconda, rolled it. Didn't know how to finish it because I hadn't been training jiu-jitsu, so I just wrapped up in anaconda and I rolled it. Transitioned to a guillotine. He rolled out of that, took his back, choked him, and got a win in the first round.
Oh, like let's go, son.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't need to train jiu-jitsu.
You're getting up. Give me your belt, son. That purple belt's mine.
Exactly.
Bro. So that's, bro, first of all, that's fucking crazy that you've even had at 5 fights at that point, and you weren't even a white belt.
Yeah.
And you're finishing dudes.
I was just a rebel.
Bro, honestly, that's what most of it is. Like, I talk about that with like guys like Carlos Prates, dog. I say like he's just like, some of these dudes are like athletes, or like they had like an athletic background. They ended up pursuing fighting. Some of these dudes, Vince, are straight thugs.
Yeah, they just know they just speak fight. You know what I mean? They just know the language. It's
shit like that, bro. Like, you have no training, and you what did you end up doing? Did you end up going 8-0, 7-0 before you had a loss in your pro?
No, dude, I was like, I beat that dude, and then my second pro fight, I went and fought some big black dude over in Washington. And I was like,
dude,
I remember that was the first time I felt fear to fight. I was like, dude, this guy's good, and it was his pro debut, and he was like 14-1, all knockouts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was a dog. And And I went out there and I was nervous as shit. And
Dude.
and it ended up starching him in the first round. I was like, bro, I can fucking do this. I surprised myself,
Oh
dude. I didn't
shit.
know what was gonna happen.
Bro,
And
so
then,
you go ahead.
sorry. And then my third pro fight, I went against an actual like somebody who had fights and had like submission wins and stuff. Like he was a legit purple belt. Like the other guy may have been too, I don't know, but I ended up catching him. This guy, I ended up beating him up on the feet, and then in the second round he elbowed me and split me up, so I took him down and he rolled me right into an armbar. So I was like, okay, I'll train jujitsu.
Yeah. So at that point, you still weren't taking. So it was just you and what 4 to 5 guys at the gym still training at that point.
No, at that point, so I had found a different coach, Tony Frickland. He's fighting UFC. He was in the area over Boise. He had just got there. Anyways, I had just linked up with him, and he had one other guy, Casey Johnson, who's like my boy. Like I love that dude.
Yeah.
And I had trained with them maybe 2 weeks, dude. And then I was like, okay, cool, we got to fight. Let's go fight. And I remember not thinking much. I was like, what? We got to fight. Like, I don't need I didn't know about training camps. Like, I was pretty not like in tune with how things work. And I could feel like the doubt from them a little bit, or the worry.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll be fine. And I ended up boxing up the dude, and then ended up, we had a sick fight, but ended up getting armbarred in that. So that was my first loss.
Vince, that's bro. You're active as fuck too. Like not even like through your amateurs and pros. I mean, you're still consistently active as hell. How are you able to do, bro? Because like at that point, are you still at 145? Are you even having to cut weight still?
Nah, yeah, I was still a 45er, dude. I didn't know anything about cutting weight or none of that yet. So like,
bro, so you're just thugging on this.
Till my eighth fight or so.
Bro, was it? I mean, is it even difficult for you to make bantamweight, or it's just a tad bit of like it sucks just a little bit?
Now it sucks a little. I'm bigger now than I was then. So like, I put on a lot more like muscle size and just overall weight. So like now I'm walking around to like 55-ish.
That's not bad.
Down to like 52 where I start fight week, and then I'll do like a 10-pound cut from 46 on weight on the cut. So
and you said, so you've been at Syndicate, you said 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So what was it about after that 8th or 9th fight? Is that when did you leave completely and go to Vegas by yourself?
So I first actually came to Vegas with Tony Frickland at the time. Like,
okay.
I'd kind of hit like a little stride, and then we got on Contender Series kind of last minute, and I was okay, cool. Like that was a little bewildering. And I remember like me and my coach were having some like some weird, I don't want to say tension. He was just kind of, I feel like I still think the dude's great, like in his own right and stuff. But I felt like he was kind of overstepping some boundaries a little bit back then. And I think it screwed that fight up, because I remember going into that Contender fight, and it was the biggest fight of my career, my life. And I remember going in thinking, man, I kind of hope I lose so that I have a reason to fire this guy and go find a new coach. And I ended up having a barn burner of a fight. We had a 6 scrap, and then I think I dropped the dude like 3 times in the first round or something.
It was a war, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you seen that? Okay. Yeah. So
I watched it. It was on season 2, bro. That was when Dana White Contender Series was fresh, bro.
Yeah, bro. So like that one, I think honestly, it took me a few years to get out of the mental loss on that one. That one kind of messed me up a little bit. If I'm being honest. So like I said, I've been doing a lot of like self-reflecting lately. So I'm really looking at like why I do the things I do and where they come from and stuff. So that's kind of why I fell back into bringing this part back up. But anyways,
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I ended up coming short on that fight, but it was such a sick fight. I was like, fuck, maybe we are doing something right with this coach. So I ended up sticking that out with him for like another year, and then ended up getting signed, and we had our first 2 fights in the UFC. And I was like, the second fight in the UFC, I was in the process of moving here. So I came to Vegas and stayed with my aunt for a bit, and then and he came kind of with and was going to start a gym. So like we were all in this, we were kind of in it together at that point for a bit. And then yeah, I think I had one more fight with him, and I was like, bro, okay, I got to call it, because this is I think it's being detrimental to like my mental health.
Bro, and no, I'm right there, dude. I've had so many of those experiences already. I'm so like I completely feel like, I don't want to get too into it either, but I feel everything you just said right here in my soul, dog.
Yeah.
So people don't understand how hard it is, dog, for you to make that transition to leave him because that's all you, and not like all you've known, but you've came up together and you're trying to stay loyal. And there's a great bond there. So you're kind of nervous to leave and go join a whole nother gym, whole nother group of people. You don't know what the training partners are like. You don't know what the environment's like. What are the coaches like? Are they even going to focus on you? So, and it sounds like you're in a small gym already. So you go to Syndicate, which, I mean, to me, it seems like a big gym. Super nice area too. And John Wood seems like the guy, Vince.
He's the man, dude.
How did you link up with him, bro? And how did you go from that to Syndicate?
So I had linked up with John a few years prior to getting in the UFC. My first fight with Bellator, my head coach, Tony, had went to Saudi because he got some job opportunity for coaching a giant gym over there. So he went and did that.
Okay.
And me and my teammate at the time, Casey Johnson, we said, fuck it, we took a fight anyways because Bellator was coming to Boise. And so we left Boise and went to Vegas for training camp. This was my first official one. I think I quit my job at the time. I was like, fuck it, dude, I got enough money to get by for the next month until the fight or whatever. And then we came here. I met John Wood. We did like a month over at Syndicate and stuff. And I think Wood really liked both of us and offered to come out with us. And then came out and both won our fights. And then we kind of went our separate ways until I wound up back in Vegas and then needed a coach.
Bro, so that was 2016, bro. You talking about when you had your debut in Bellator?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Because you knocked out Hamilton Ash. Straight.
Oh, dude, that's another fight I was scared of. That fight.
Bro, that dude's a monster.
Yeah.
Well, and how many fights was that? Because that was bantamweight. So how many fights of bantamweight had you had before that moment?
No, that one was still up at featherweight. That's another reason I was still. I remember weighing in my jeans.
Oh my God, bro! So you're good. Like you don't even have to cut no weight, and now you got John Wood with you. Which, bro, shout out him for just knowing y'all a month and then going to Boise to train to like do that fight for y'all.
Yeah, it was sick. It was sick
as fuck.
That was, I think I was 4-1 or 5-1, something like that. I'll have to go back and check. That fight was rough though. Like I remember the first punch I hit him with was the hardest punch I'd ever landed on somebody. And I hit him and spun out and avoided his punch. And I looked back and I was like, he's got to be dead. And as I'm looking back, he's already like Terminator walking towards me. Oh, damn. I was like, okay, this is going to be a rough one. And then for the next 10 minutes, he pretty well beat my ass. He hit me with one knee and it cut me in 3 places. And, or I don't know if it did. I might just be trying to sell that. But I remember one round I didn't have a cut. I remember getting hit with a hard knee, seeing blood, and then I had 3 cuts. So I'm assuming it was that one knee. I know he was. Yeah.
I mean, bro, no, you were definitely bleeding because when I saw the knockout, I was like, oh, this was a fucking scrap, son.
Oh yeah. We were fighting, and he was pretty well in full control. He was just kind of walking me down, just so much bigger than me.
Oh, those are terrifying, dog. Like what you just said too. Like especially when you crack and you get out of there, so you're like, bro, if he's not dead, I'm about to finish it with the left. And then he's just looking at you like, are you ready? And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember in between the second and third round, Coach Wood told me, he's like, you're getting your ass kicked. I was like, fucking yeah, I know, I'm in here. And he goes, you're gonna have to knock him out. And I was like, all right, knock him out. So I went out there in the third round and I was like, I'm gonna knock him out. And like, I found my moment, dude. And I remember hearing the sound because it was in Boise and I was the Boise guy. So like, the crowd was quiet because I was getting beat up. And and I remember cracking with the right hand. And you know that sound when you smack somebody's jaw and it just like, it like,
bro.
And I was like, oh, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah.
And I started walking him down a little bit. Knocked him out. I was like, thank God.
Yes, Vince. It's the best relief in the world when it's over, bro. Yeah, it's the best relief, dog. Another thing too, Vince, what was it like, bro? Like at that moment, having John Wood in your corner, like, how was he in between the corners with you? Like, was he different from what you've had? Like, was there anything you noticed that you were like, dude, I really like this guy in that moment?
I just remember him being calm and then telling me what I like, not necessarily, I guess tactically needed to hear, but like also in that second and third, like emotionally needed to hear. You know what I mean? So he tuned into kind of both levels as needed, and I think that was key.
Bro, and Syndicate's such a badass gym, bro. They're always top 3. Like for the awards of the year, it's always Eric Nixick at Extreme Couture, them, Kings MMA, ATT. I mean, like they're one of the most solid gyms, especially in Vegas, bro.
Yeah.
And even Merab, bro, like we see Merab not leave Ray Longo and them. They're still with him, but like he's came down there and trained with John Wood. There's so many guys you see that he's in the corner. He's always in the UFC. Every week you see him somewhere.
Yeah, you should see. He's got a room in his house where it's nothing but UFC gear in that room. So you should sell that. What are you doing?
Straight up, bro. Straight. He seems like such a solid dude too, man.
Yeah,
Like just
he's a good dude. He's got a good mind for the sport and everything. Like a big John Wood fan.
big John Wood fan, son. But what was the Dana White Contender Series like? I know it was on super short notice for you too, but like, what was that experience like? Like, was it kind of different from anything you've had before? Because at that point, you fought at Bellator, you kind of fighting in some nice regional events, but like getting that call that Dana White Contender Series, bro, was so new. You were on season 2, so it's like,
and it was in that damn warehouse, dude, at the time still.
Oh, bro.
I just remember I remember feeling the pressure a little bit, and I still didn't know like how the commissions really worked and stuff. Like, everything's kind of figuring it out as you go. And I remember I opened up a Bang back. Do you remember Bangs? Those energy drinks?
Oh, bro, shout out Bangs.
I opened up one backstage, cracked it open, took a sip, and the commission like basically slapped it out of my hand. It's like, hey, you can't have that. And I was like, well, I don't fucking know, dude. All right, fine, take it.
Shit. I didn't know that. Bro, that's wild.
In hindsight, I shouldn't be drinking an energy drink before a fight, but like I was just still figuring the shit out at that point. And then walking out there, like the whole thing's quiet. Like I could, my family was front row. Dude, it was I've had a few things like that, but nothing quite so intimate.
Bro, because I mean, one of my next questions was, do you prefer fighting in front of a big crowd or the Apex? I know you saw the Apex a couple times. Has the Apex been smaller than the Dana White Contender Series? Like, is it more intimate than that?
It's bigger than what the old warehouse was for sure, but it's still really intimate. And like the spotlight being on you in there, I think it adds another realm of pressure or something. I don't know. I haven't been a fan of the Apex. I might have been the very first fight at Apex when I fought Chris Gutierrez.
Yeah, during COVID.
Yeah, and that so that was in between me firing my old coach. I hadn't been able to go to Syndicate because COVID hit and everything closed. So I went back home and I was literally doing landscaping just to get some money to get us by because we didn't know what was happening, and that was fully shut down. So like I went back there and I was working for one of my buddies, just trying to make a little extra cash and stuff. And then they called me for that fight on like 10 days. And I was like, yeah, I've been training. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah. And then and I was like doing half-ass training. I wasn't really training.
Yes.
Then, that shit was crazy. It was the very first fight there. That was probably my most brutal loss. I still have damage from that fight on my legs. Damn, Chris kicks good, dude. And yeah, so ever since, I think I've had this like aversion to Apex, and lo and behold, I get there like 7 more times because I'm not winning the fight, so they're not going to put me on a big card with a bunch of people. So like I've spent most of my UFC career at Apex, and most of those fights, I had a couple good moments. Most of those fights, I came up short, so I don't like Apex. I'm over it.
Bro, I completely feel you on that. But Vince, bro, you fought so many solid guys.
Yeah.
Like you've had, is it 11 fights now in the UFC?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, yep. And you have fought, I'm looking through the names right here I wrote down. I mean, bro, think about this. You go from the Dana White Contender Series, you go back to Bellator, get a dub, and then they called you right back to the UFC, and they go, hey, for your debut fight, here's Song Yadong.
Yeah, in China.
In fucking China, bro. On 2 weeks' notice? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That was also a short notice.
What was that whole, like, if you can remember, like, if you feel like walking me through, like, do you remember, like, that call for it? Because I mean, you go back to Bellator, you're probably thinking like, fuck, man, like I guess I'll have to do a couple more fights to get called back up there. And then I guess they called you on 2 weeks notice to go to China and fight this kid.
So again, I didn't know really how the process worked. Like I didn't know the behind the scenes of how things get figured out and shit. And then, but I remember after the Contenders fight, the Dana White told me, hey, stay ready, kid, or some shit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Fucking I'll stay ready. Whatever that means. Like, give me another, like, I'm good. And then I went and had that fight in Bellator. And I think that was a good one to come back to. But like the dude was tough. I just remember he took a good shot and he wouldn't go away. He was he had that USA wrestling tattoo. So he was a tough dude. And that was my first decision win, I think. Because I hadn't had a decision win before that. Everything was a finish. And and I was like, okay, cool. So I can like look good going to a decision because I hurt the dude like 4 or 5 times. So just I was
Yeah.
kind of minding my P's and Q's because I hurt the
Yeah.
last time Contender Series and then got choked out. So like
Yeah.
trying to find that sweet spot.
Yeah.
And then we get that fight, and then all of a sudden, my manager calls me one day. I'm at the gym, and he's like, "Hey, do you have a passport?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Cool. You want to go to China?" I was like, "For." He's like, "Well, we got you fighting at Song." I was like, "Fucking Song!" The dude has got like 3 back-to-back KO bonuses. I was like, "All right, cool. I'm in. Let's go."
Oh my God. So did you? Well, I mean, what do you? Are you? I guess you're good on weight. So you're not having to worry about weight. At
Yeah,
that point, what are y'all just like? Fuck. Let's get to the gym. Let's get as much training as we possibly can.
pretty much, dude. I'm kind of always training, so I'm always in some sort of shape.
Yeah.
And then for the most part, anyways, and I was just like, cool. Like, I guess we're doing last minute game plan shit. Let's get over there and let's go try to beat up this Chinaman.
How long did you have to train before you had to leave? Because I know you can't leave on like a week of the fight, so you probably only had like 3 days to train,
I
bro.
trained for a week or so.
Bro, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
also, dude, that's honestly so much props to you, bro, for taking that
yeah.
moment as well,
Mhm.
bro. Because I agree with you, Vince. I would be so scared. Like, I would be so scared to have to like 2 weeks on a notice and fight a guy like Song, who's a
Yeah.
fucking monster, and you got to go to his fucking country, bro. I've never even left the States. At that point, have you even been out of the country, dog?
I had been to once, so I think maybe 6 months prior to that, I went to South Korea to go meet my girl's family because her family was stationed there for the military.
But
So that
besides
was the
that,
time
that was
we
it.
went.
Oh, my bad. Besides that, that was the only time.
I think I lost you. Say it again.
Hang on. Am I good now? You got me?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're
No,
good
no,
now.
you're good, bro. Besides that, so that's the only time you've left the States?
Um, I went to Mexico when I was younger with my family, but like I was barely right across the border and then right back. So as an adult and for work, that was my first time leaving the country.
And that plane ride probably sucks, bro.
Terrible, dude. I think like 17 hours or some shit.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you gotta get there. Now you gotta train. Now you gotta shake off, adjust to the time zone,
Yeah.
cut the extra bit of weight you gotta get off of you.
Mhm.
Vince, that's gangster shit though, bro.
Yeah. See, like
That's gangster shit.
I suppose looking back at it, like, yeah, it does sound kind of gangster, but like when I'm in it, like it was
Probably so
whatever.
much.
I don't think I look at those things like they're giant mountains I have to climb over or anything. Like for me, especially when it comes to like fight week stuff, it's the sooner I get in the process of working over obstacles, the sooner I'm more geared for a fight. So it's just handle one thing at a time and be ready for the next. And then at the end of it, I get my reward, and that's to go scrap.
Bro, that's honestly a perfect mindset for it. Like honestly, I need to look more into that because I'm looking too much ahead of shit, bro, and I'm thinking about so much extra bullshit, bro. Especially like the week of, dude,
Yeah.
I'm panicking every day. Like I'm like, fuck, it's Tuesday, damn, it's Wednesday now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I gotta weigh in. It's
Oh, I
Thursday.
love it, dude. I love it, dude. So the thing that I tell people, especially people who don't fight, like when I talk about fight weeks or what it like the mindset going into it, like fight weeks do different things to different people. And what I've noticed consistently, especially being here in Vegas, because I get to see everybody else's fight weeks and how they handle it and stuff. Sometimes like the real person comes out a little bit, and like if you're kind of if you can recognize it in yourself, you can start like building on the person that you want to be for the next one, and then that starts coming out. Does that make sense? So
Bro.
like you see people that talk a big game, and then fight week comes, and then all of a sudden they're like certain things are happening, and you're starting to see these doubts like peek through the cracks and stuff. And I'm like, oh, is that really? So you built the other stuff, but like the real you starting to come out, dude. Maybe that's what should have been getting the work on is like the real you. So like, I don't know. For me, I always pride myself in the way I handle like the fight week stuff, because the more adversity I get throughout the week, the better. But like, it's also something, since I've been self-reflecting, that I'm working on, because
Yeah.
I might be adding some unnecessary pressure and unnecessary mental work beforehand. So like I'm 16-10 now, which I fucking hate, but like I'm still working on finding that perfect balance. Cause like for me, I believe I really, especially after the last couple of fights, like the skill set isn't what the issue is. Like performing isn't necessarily the issue. It's executing, and why the execution isn't as clean as I need it to be.
Bro, and dude, Vince, I'm telling you, dog, I'm not just saying this because you're on the show. you come out and always put it out there, bro. Like, there's a reason why you've had 11 fights in the UFC, bro. And
Yeah.
like, they know, like, there's a reason why you fought Raul Rosas Jr. in Mexico, bro. Like, they know you're gonna come out there and put on a show.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get something out of this. It's gonna be high paced, whether it's on the ground, whether it's on the feet, whatever it is, bro. You're not just laying and praying with guys, like constantly moving, bro, and you're evolving.
What kills me about losing shit is when I am losing to like I'm losing the match. Like, I feel like I lose the match more than I lose the fight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And again, that's execution stuff that I'm still fucking. I'm stubborn and I don't want to work on it because I'm a fighter at heart and I believe in the heart. Does that make sense? But
bro,
dude, people are so skilled now they can execute a great match and I don't want to say avoid a fight, but they can mitigate the fight. Right? So,
no,
like,
bro, you're speaking. I mean, you're speaking nothing but facts. I say that all the time, bro. On some of these fights, some of these guys, like these guys are just trying to like get through 15 minutes as like clean as possible and as easy as not easy, but like as smooth as they can possibly get out this fight without receiving damage. Whether it's whether it's 12 minutes of ground control time or just holding your wrist and tying up your legs and just controlling you, or you know what I'm saying, or just like the way on the feet. Yeah, bro, it's such a mind fuck in there too, Vince. Yeah. There's so much happening too, bro.
Yeah, it's epic, bro. Dude. There's nothing fucking like it. There's nothing
dog, it's the best in the world. Like, I hate fight weeks. I'm so ready to get them over with, but as soon as the fight's over, I'm like,
give me another one.
Where we doing? Where we going? 6 weeks, son.
See, that's how I think too, dude. That's like the fighter in your heart. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel
and bro, it's just nothing better than getting out there with your boys, man, and getting that dub, going for that victory meal, dog. You're drinking beers, you're hanging out with the boys.
Dude, my favorite thing is going back to the hotel room after the fight. Lately, it's been on the loss, but win or lose, going and just having a shot with the team. Like, we came out here, we did it, we tried. Let's go.
Especially for you, bro, because it must feel like it's like a movie. Like, you're getting with your boys, you're traveling across the world, traveling across the states, even if we're in the country, to go literally fight another man and beat him and his team that's preparing to beat you. It's crazy, Vince. It's so fucking wild, dude. And you're on TV. And there's gonna be people. There's gonna be 19 different cameras filming all types of angles of you, and Dana White sitting 9 feet away watching you.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
it is
insane,
fucking crazy. You got Joe Rogan, Giannick calling your fights. I mean, it's fucking wild. Vince, I've had you on for like 40 minutes now, bro. I big appreciate your time. I got a couple more questions, dog, and I'm gonna get you out of here. I know you got some things. I know you got some things.
I'm with it. I'm in here with you, dude. Let's go.
My dog, my fucking dog. Bro, what has been your favorite place to fight so far?
My favorite, I fought Ryzen a couple years ago over in Japan. Was that like a year and a half? That was fucking between that and this last one, bro. Honestly, other than the outcome, 95% of the trip over there in Mexico, other than the outcome and I ate something and got sick. Other than those two things, that trip was epic, dude. That was one of my favorite fight trips. But that one and the one over in Japan were just, there's nothing like it. It's top tier.
What's the crowd like in Japan, bro?
Oh, dude, they're so different. It's there's been a couple UFCs over there, so I'm sure you've seen where they're like, it's like oddly quiet for the amount of people in there. Like that one was sold out. There was like 28,000 people in there.
Oh my God,
something like that. And like, as the fight starts, it's like, it's quiet, bro. There's nobody saying anything really. And then like something happens and they go, oh, and then back to quiet, and it's like it's insane, dude. It was nuts. And then I remember I walked after my fight. I walked out and I found my wife because she's from Japan, so she like grew up in Japan and stuff like that. And I met her I found her and met her aunt, which was fucking epic because I haven't met her before. And and then some of the fans I stand out being the American over there, so some of the fans see me and they like and they can picture and like sign and all this stuff. And then before I knew it, dude, I had a line that wrapped around one. Like, holy shit. It was so fucking, everybody was so cool over there. I felt like I don't know, I felt like a superstar over there, dude. It was epic.
How many fights have you had in Ryzen?
Just the one, just the one. I was trying to work out another one, and then I ended up getting signed. So
bittersweet. You can always, you can always go back. You can always go back.
I'm hoping so, dude. I feel like they love me over there. So I think the president of Ryzen, I think he's seen it too. So I'm hoping I can make a trip back if I ever need to.
Dude, I can't believe how much people don't watch Ryzen or kickboxing to me. Like,
dude,
when one championship's on. Dog, they're crazy, Vince. Like bro. Anytime one championship's on, they're putting on a kickboxing card or a Muay Thai card
Oh, so
or
sick.
Ryzen.
Dude, so sick.
Son, it's the bro. It's some even Glory Kickboxing. Fucking bro, these I don't understand how people don't watch it because people hate grappling. They bitch about all the grappling. Like, y'all just want to watch two dudes stand and trade? It's right here then.
Yeah, see, and that's what the UFC has done different though, because they've created the promoting on that end that people, even though they don't want to see some of the stuff, they still tune in for it. You know what I mean? The promotion's done better than like any other promotion in the world, and I think that's you pointing that out. That's why we can see that.
Bro, a lot of the champs we got are mostly grapplers now. Bilal, Merab, Uncle Liev, he'll grapple, but he can stand with you too. But a lot of the champs now, bro, are mostly Dagestanis or just dominant at wrestling. Bro, what has been I bet Japan was fucking sick. What has been your favorite walkout song so far, bro? Like, I knew there's like one that stuck out in that moment, however the vibe was for that fight.
Bro, I'm like ridiculously huge on my walk. I'm a big music fan. I love my music. I'm huge on my walkouts too. So I change it up every time.
Yeah.
Let me see. So I know I loved the last one. When I came back after having my Achilles torn, I fought Draco Rodriguez in Texas. That one was a standout one. That was I Declare War by King ISO, which is fucking epic for a walkout. When I fought in Japan, I walked out to Fire Lessons by Prof, and that was fucking top tier.
That's dope. That's dope.
Walked out to Like I Ain't when I fought Eamon Zahabi in Canada by Tech 9, and bro, that chick went so hard. Dude, I've got a lot of favorites.
Bro.
One of my all-time favorites when I fought for the Front Street belt back in Boise, Idaho. Maybe like not even a month before, I lost my roommate. He got in a car accident and he passed away, and it was heartbreaking. But like, he was such a big like part of my hometown that it kind of hit everybody. So for that fight, we made some shirts like to walk out and said Ross the Boss, and we just kind of gave them to people. It was like in his honor, and and the song I chose was one that me and my other roommate and a couple of our other friends, like, he didn't really listen to the song, but when we listened to it after the fact, like, it hit different and it reminded us of him. I got goosebumps. He was just a big white dude who like was all about the vibe and the party and just good spirits and stuff. And that song it's called What I Do by E-Double. If you haven't heard it, definitely go look it up. But
I
walked up to that one in his honor, and bro, I'm getting goosebumps still. Like, that one was that might be, just because of everything else that was going on at the moment, that might be one of my favorite walkouts.
Bro, where was it at? It was in Boise too?
Yeah, that was in Boise. And I had a sick scrap. Like, I had just had knee surgery maybe a few weeks prior, and I still stayed in. I was like, fuck, I'm still fighting. Like, we got shit we're fighting for. And and then I ended up like winning this crazy back and forth scrap, and they played that song again, and like the cage got like almost stormed. Like, they ended up kicking us out like right after. We were the main event, but they were like, get the fuck out of here already. Like, we couldn't work our way through the people, dude. Everybody was there. Like, it was my first belt I'd won. Like, half the people were in tears. It was just fucking epic.
Rich, what year was this too?
That would have been 2016, I think. That was 2016.
How did you go to sleep that night? That sounds like a movie, bro. I'm putting it in my brain
until my body stopped.
just the adrenaline dump probably just dropped on you when you got home.
Yeah, and not to mention that night was the same night that I met my current wife. She fought as the co-main event.
Bro, what the fuck? Y'all have the craziest
goddamn movie, dude. I'm freaking out.
That is crazy. Your wife was the co-main, and you were the main event in Boise, Idaho, and y'all met that night after that moment too.
We met at the after party, like, officially, and we did I was like, oh, cool, good to meet you. And we both won, so we did like a little cheers to victory shot.
Yeah. Vince, and then y'all been together ever since?
So I think we started talking after that, and then we got together like a few months after that, and then now she can't get rid of me.
Hey, let's go. She's stuck with Vince Morales now, son. You know what it is, dog. Bro, Vince, bro, I've had you on now for 45 minutes, bro. I could go on. I got 19 more questions, but when we got time, I'd love to have you back on, man. I appreciate it.
Let me double check with the wife, see if she needs me to go with her, because I was half expecting her to already come up here and get me, because it's her client. I'm just gonna go spectate.
Mr. Vandetta, people, you know what it is. While he's looking this up, follow my dog. It's scrolling by at the bottom this whole time, people. Vince Vandetta Morales at Vendetta135. People, come on, man.
Yeah. So while we wait for her response, fucking, if you got another one, let's see,
bro. I got plenty. Who has been? Have you trained anybody yet, bro? That you weren't not like starstruck, but you were more like, holy fuck, I'm training with this guy today, like this UFC. Because I've had it with a couple guys like Adrian Yanez or Alex Morano. Like when I'm training, like I couldn't like even believe I was in front of them and they were throwing punches at me. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I don't even care if they hit me. Have you had any of those moments, bro, or somebody that you were like, holy fuck, dude, I'm going to spar with this dude today, or this dude's teaching us a seminar?
Yeah, there's been two that I've trained with, like, personally, since I've been here in Vegas, and I think now, like, I'm a little more accustomed to it. So like I get rounds with like Aljo and Merab on a not regular with Aljo, but regular basis with Merab and stuff. So like, but I'm kind of like used to that a little bit. But the first couple times that I felt like that, I was sparring with Joseph Benavidez, and then
legend.
And then I went and rolled with Cody Garbrandt.
Bro, where was this at? The Syndicate?
No, this was over at this when I first got here. So Benavidez was at Extreme and Garbrandt was at the PI. We were just training at the PI one day.
Dude, another quick, not to like completely go off the rails here. How badass is that PI, bro?
Oh, epic, dude! It's so sick. It's such a unique and like giant tool for any fighter in the UFC. But really, if you're in Vegas, dude, like if you're not, you're really missing out on something huge. Like we get our lunches for free. We get physical therapy. They take care of us. Make sure. Like I learned a lot. Like my time away from the UFC after I got cut in 2023, I still carried around like a lot of information and just how to that I learned from the PI, and I think it just made me that much better having to like implement it on my own.
Even just the recovery stuff, those crazy ass saunas they got, the hot tub, the to the cold right there and there, you can just completely switch off. I just see like from the embeddeds and shit, and just like the atmosphere in there. And Forrest Griffin's always around. There's just UFC legends walking all day around you, just UFC fighters. Like it's got to be a badass vibe. Yeah,
I mean, the first like few times I was like really starstruck going in there, and still since I got re-signed, like going back, like. Which another reason pissing me off that like I'm in this like first time ever losing 3 fights fucking kills me.
Yeah.
I remember telling my manager, I was like, dude, I know what we're in, and I know like the unique opportunity, and I know the tools here. Like I'm not gonna let it go to waste. And fucking, I still plan not to. I'm hoping I get that last fight on my contract.
So do you still have one more left?
Yeah, but the thing with like big shows like the UFC, it's kind of at their discretion. Like, they could just say at any moment, like, dude, after the first one, they could have just been like, whatever.
But bro, I'm telling you, bro, like I said earlier, it just really like I'm not just trying to gas you up because you're here, you know, you're with the boy. It's just for real. Like I've been watching your fights, dude, forever now. Since, like I said, during the Apex COVID days. So like the fact you're even on here right now, bro, I've loved chopping it up with you right now, and just like I've just always wanted to know, bro, because like you've been in here, put on such exciting fights, dude, and they know this. So it's kind of why we love the UFC too, bro, because like they give us like the guys we want to see. Like like you said, even though if you got some losses, bro, we don't give a fuck. We you know what I'm saying? If next to the Vince Morales fight that gets booked, we're all still here for it. Because we know it's gonna be some type of scrap, son.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Like that makes me feel good. But god damn, I hate losing, dude.
I feel you, bro. That's why I can't go back to boxing. I'm 0-2 in boxing, so I've completely given up boxing, bro.
I think I was 9-1 in amateur boxing.
That was my next question. Did you do any other thing besides MMA? Did you do boxing? Because you're over there at Ryzen doing kickboxing as well. So,
that'd have been sick. But no, I just did MMA while I was in Ryzen. But when I was amateur, like I was kind of in between my gyms. My coach Rick Rayna's gym at the time, like I don't know what happened, just kind of fell off, and I needed to keep training. So like I hit up the boxing coach over there, and he had a couple other guys and a bunch of kids. So like I was like, screw it, dude, I'll go box for a bit. Like I just want to keep getting better fighting. So I boxed like one summer and had like 9 fights.
Bro, how are you so active, Vince? Like you're so active in MMA and like just bro, it's crazy to be
Yeah,
like
I don't know, man. I just I feel like I fucking need it. I
yes.
want nothing more than to just be competing. Like, and that's another reason I think my coach and everybody's kind of telling me kick back for a bit because like
Yeah.
I'm super active. Like this is my first time. I haven't trained in like 2.5 weeks. I went and lifted weights, but I haven't trained in like 2.5 weeks since the fight. And it's been the longest break I've had since I got like released. Really, like I like staying in the gym. I like trying to get better, but I'm trying to also give my nervous system a little bit of a break is kind of what we're
Yeah.
thinking, and some time to like mentally align with where I think I need to be. Because like I said, I don't think it's a skill issue. I don't think it's a competitive issue. I think there's some executing stuff that I need to get fucking cleared out.
And bro, you're fighting top guys. Like
Yeah.
I know there's no easy fights in the UFC. I completely get that. But bro, I mean Zahabi, Chris Gutierrez, Draco Rodriguez, Luis Smoka, Jonathan Martinez, ever fucking heard of him? You know what I'm saying? Miles John, bad motherfucker, Raul
Yeah.
Rosas Jr. I mean, like
Yeah.
you're fighting guys that are elite at bantamweight.
Yeah. That's always what I wanted to. Like I want to fight the best. I want to test myself against the best. But like I think another thing, I think I'm done fucking testing myself. I'm gonna beat these guys. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to go see. I want to go beat you. I don't care how good you're supposed to be or how much hype you got. Like I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, dude.
Bro.
I'm trying to find a nice way to say it. But.
No, I get it. I get it. Another thing too, Vince. How is your favorite part of fight week the ceremonial weigh-ins? Because that seems like that's just amazing, bro. Like it seems amazing, dude.
Just kind of so then at Apex they don't really give us ceremonials very often.
Yeah.
So like when we're out traveling, I love it because I love, dude, seeing the fans getting face to face with the opponent for the first time. Like that's when fight week starts. That's when it's like we're in. Oh, goosebumps. That's who we're like.
In. Yeah,
like,
bro.
Go, dog. Like that. Now the show starts. Now all the bullshit's done. All that. Most of the anxiety's like gone now. Like it's me and you.
And that energy from the crowd too, bro. Because in my face off, there's me and 9 fucking people there. Most of them are the fighters' coaches. So like you're in front of there, bro, in front of thousands of people. And then when you're on that scale, and then Joe Rogan's saying your name or John Anik, who's ever announcing at the time, and then you just get to really look out, bro. Like soak all that fucking and everyone's the testosterone's through the roof in that bitch, Vince.
All that shit's sick. Like I love all that. And then but as soon as we get to the face-offs, like I try to make sure I look at them, and then like I imagine that like we're in a room by ourselves, just you and me. Know what I mean? Like that's kind of the energy I want for the face-off. I'm like, cool. Like, yeah, there was a second ago, there was all that. There's nothing now.
Facts, bro. And Dana's right beside you too. So it's a different energy there. In the back, before y'all walk out, are y'all like, do they have y'all set up like right beside each other? Like
right behind each other, yeah.
Is it kind of awkward? Like, have you ever had a moment like where, because I've always thought about that. Like, I wonder if they've had like, it's kind of weird because you're both sitting there and you're so anxious. You're so anxious, Vince. Like just to walk through the curtain. Are they even going to say something? Are they going to cheer when I walk out? Am I going to miss the first step and eat shit? Like, I'm thinking about shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know. I'm just fucking in it. I'm like, cool, fucking, we're here. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's get the shit going. I'm kind of just mostly thinking about getting out there already, so I can get to the face-offs because I love the face-offs. I really enjoy that part. So like, yeah, I'm just thinking about trying to get there.
And then, like fight day morning, are you just cool, calm, and collected? Like, what? Because bro, I'll be real with you. I need to get some of the way you're just handle this. Because I wake up, bro, and I'm terrified. I'm like thinking about like, can I fake an injury right now? I will go slam my leg into this.
What if maybe this dude pulls out right now, and then I'm good, right?
Oh my god, bro! I think about that every time, Vince. As we're going there, I'm like, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. You can go spark one up and just go home and be like, boys, he didn't want none. You know what I'm saying? But deep inside,
sure.
like, I don't want
to do like, this. I get a little bit of that sometimes. Like, and I think that's normal. Like, I read a book on it a while back, and it was talking about like the butterfly feeling and stuff, and how like it's uncomfortable and stuff like that. Well, the reason it's uncomfortable is because we don't get to do this shit all the time. So that feeling in our body where it's actually it's priming us. It's starting to make sure I'm getting goosebumps again. Goddamn, you get me hyped up. It's starting to send like the blood and all the right stuff to the right places, making sure that things are firing properly and stuff. So that's what you're feeling. That's your adrenaline like prepping itself for war. And like it's so uncommon that like it becomes like I don't want it. Like I'm just not used to it. Like when you do get those, like, oh, okay, that's part of the process. At the end of the day, I get to go do this. If there's something that does happen, then I don't get to do it, and I don't get the other side. Like we get to the other side by going through this. Let's go through it,
bro. And part of me tries to trick myself, like with what you just said right there. But also, I try to tell myself, like, bro, look, you've wanted this moment. Yeah. Like, why are you scared now? Like, 100%. Why don't you want to do this? Like, this is all you've been thinking about. And
that's another reason you're nervous, dude. That's another reason it's there. It's because now is the moment. It's because it's like it's taken all this time, and here it is. It's like, okay, cool. Are you ready, dude? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, fuck yeah. I think so. Yeah, you are. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Bro, and you remember the amateur days, dog. I'm walking out to like bars. I'm going out to like dance halls to fight. You're walking in fucking, you're under the tunnel. Like, bro, what is that tunnel walk like when you got to go through there, cameras in your face, lights are on, and then you bust through that curtain, son, and you're in a fucking arena walking to the middle octagon.
It's hype. It's hype, especially when you got the right walkout song that you're walking with, dude. Fucking hits. The tunnel, I think the tunnel's a lot more calm now than it used to be. I mean, calm in terms of like the chaotic energy is not everywhere. It's more focused now. Like it's literally tunnel vision, right?
Yeah,
it's how it is now. Like before, that should be bouncing off the walls and stuff. And I'm like, oh damn. Now it's like, okay, it's like, oh damn. It's like calm and collected and focused and just ready to go. Really.
Do you have a moment to yourself before you do that walk? Like, do you kind of just like, is there like a moment where you're like 5 minutes to yourself, maybe do a prayer, or maybe just like you got no music here and maybe you're just zoned out? Is there a moment like that? Or are you pretty much just ready to go, talking, chatting, kind of relax?
I think everybody handles it a little bit different. For me, coach will sit behind me, just remind me of a couple like key things and stuff. And I'm just like taking it in. Boom, boom, boom. Just catching rhythms to like, to my feelings, not so much to music or anything. I'm just like, okay, boom, get him. Like I have like a couple little mantras that I like not even that I like it. It's just it happens, and that's just where I focus. So I'm trying to break them, saying break them. Just ready.
Just having a moment to just completely fucking zone it. Nothing else exists but this moment.
Yeah.
No bills. Fuck eating after this. Like all I'm thinking about is this shit right here.
Getting them. I'm gonna get them. Mm-hmm.
Bro, Vince. Fuck, dude. I feel like I gotta go for a workout now.
Same, dude. I'm sweating right
I feel like I need to go hit pads, man. I feel like I need to go hit pads.
With my arms on the rest, dude. Let my pits fucking relax.
Hey, I feel bad for the next client. You're about to have to go train, son. That's about to be a fucking cardio workout. Vince, bro, dude, thank you so much for giving me an hour of your time today, dog. Like, you truly have no idea how much I appreciate you, bro.
Oh, appreciate it, dude. No, me too. It's nice to be able to like talk with somebody who like speaks the language.
Bro, because I get so fucking mad watching Media Day, dog, and hearing like some of the past interviews you've been in. It's the same 6 fucking questions they ask everybody, bro. And they're not even listening to you. They're listening to you, and as soon as you're done, they're like,
they're going through their checklist. And like before this last fight, I was saying, before I got the fight, I was like, I'm done doing interviews. I was like, I'm not going to do them anymore. I'll do my own YouTube videos or something is what I was telling the wife. And then I got like a big fight, and my manager's like, dude, these might be good times to go pump yourself. I was like, oh, okay, fucking, I guess I'll do them. And like ended up with that same routine of, for the most part, like there's a few interviewers that I talked to that like, they do good. Thomas Gerbazy, I really like. He does the UFC stuff. He'll do the articles. He doesn't do like actual interviews or like face-to-face stuff. But I really like. He asks real stuff.
Bro, and it needs to happen more, dog. And honestly, that's why so many guys stop wanting to do shit like this with me too, bro. Because they know, like, dude, I've done 22 podcasts in the last month, and I've got asked the same shit in 20 of them.
Well, I appreciate you trying to set yourself apart from the pack, dude. Good on you.
Dog, I appreciate you coming on and giving me an opportunity.
Yeah, of course, dude, of course.
For real, thank you, Vince.
Hell yeah.
And real quick, bro, what's your YouTube channel for the people? I watched some clips. I was preparing. I was looking at some clips, son. I was ready.
Dude, I
gotta
gotta get back to editing them. I do like all the editing myself, and it takes so much time away from other things that I can't place it properly. So like while I'm doing all my mental resetting and readjusting, that's another thing I'm trying to put back in the schedule. But anyways, channels, everything's at Vandetta 135. You can find that Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the works. I'm starting to do some stuff for Millions too. I'll be doing some live stream stuff there that I'm gonna leak over to my YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on all my shit. I actually got a few things. I'm actually gonna be starting like maybe bi-weekly breakdowns of some of the bigger fights throughout the month. I'm calling that you're getting the first hint on it, dude. I'm calling that War Room section.
Let's go. Breaking fucking news here, people. Yeah. From Vince, Mr. fucking Vandetta Morales here, son.
Let's go, dude.
135 people. It's been scrolling by. We've been on for an hour and 2 minutes. You've been scrolling this whole time. So you got no excuses. It's right there at the bottom. You can pause it, zoom in, look it up. Give my boy a follow. And I'm telling y'all, people, if you have not seen this man fight before, you're a fucking casual. You're about to see some scraps when you look up this man.
I like that. Let's go, dude.
You know what it is, Vince. Come on, man. Killer be killed around this bitch.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, son.
Come on, son. Hey, David, who's going to carry the goddamn log, son? Who's going to carry the boats?
Who's going to carry the boats? I like that. Let's do it.
Come on, bro. Vince, you're the man, homie. I appreciate you more than you know, dog. People, go follow my boy. Bro, I'd love to chop it up with you again down the road. I hope nothing but blessings for you this year, dog. I know you're going to be active in whatever you do, so I can't watch to see you again, man.
Hell yeah. Cheers, brother. Hit me up. Let me know when you're ready. We'll get another one. Let's go.
Let's go, people. We're out of here.